farming initiative. Sorry. Okay, so their goal is to grow local, fresh organic produce and provide it to everyone in the community that is in need for a donation or no cost at all. So everything that we were doing was kind of behind the scenes. We didn't really get to see the person's visual impact as to when they received the produce. So I was like, man, I really wish I could see that. So then this woman came and they gave her produce, and she said to the head lady, she said, so do I come back once a month, and how much do I have to donate? And the woman said, you can come every day and not have to donate a single penny. And her face just lit up, and it was super awesome to see.
So this afternoon we were working at the garden as well, but across the street we did have a chance to have some one-on-one interaction with some of the people in the community. There was a woman who came up to see one of her relatives whose homes we were working on, and she had 2 little girls with her. So Teresa and I went over and started talking to them, and then we were like, you know what, you want to go see the garden, you want to see what's in it? So Teresa and I took the little girls, her mom came along the first time, and then we went another time to look at the actual produce. And the mom obviously thought Teresa and I were harmless people because she didn't come along and just kind of watched them across the street. But by the end of the time, when we told them we were leaving, Teresa wanted to give the little girl a hug, and her face was awful. She was she seemed so sad that we were leaving her. And I felt terrible, but I had the niece too, and I know it's I'm like, oh, sorry, honey, we gotta go. Well, next thing you know, when Teresa went to let go of her, she started screaming and crying because she was so sad that we were leaving. So it was just nice to see the impact that an hour or 2 can make. So that was my God.
I had an experience today that I have never had in how many years have we been doing this? A lot. And I was wondering if I was going to get to see something like this week here in Detroit. Let me set this up for everybody. We are in a city, Detroit, that is 85% African American. The demographics that they gather on the website is published. And this group is arguably not that. Okay? You laugh, but I said that very intentionally. So there was a group today that was working on putting planter boxes together for various community gardens around the city. And there was a youth group that was, not a youth group, but a community action team of young people. I think it was high school, it was younger than that. It was graduated high school students that were then the supervisors of this group. They come up to the site, and we knew they were coming. So we said, all right, we know what's going on, so we're going to have to show these guys when they come what's going on. So we're all going to pair up. Wonderful thing. The first thing that we did though is we got in a big circle. The LutheranHANDS folks that were there and this group Sprout that came, and I'd say 20 or so young people came.
Yes.
And then in any time a group meets another group, and you try to do something together, one group goes to one side and the other group goes to the other side. So I'm standing behind this circle with the group leader from the Sprout group, right? College senior, nice young lady, wonderful young lady. And there's 2 young people that are seniors in high school, young gentlemen from that group also standing with us, and I'm getting to know this lady. And one of the young guys makes a comment to her and says, hey, look at this. This reminds me of a scene from Remember the Titans. Here's Sprout. Here's the circle. Here's Sprout over here. 100% African American. Okay, and then our group, which is almost all non-African American. Then the other young person looks over to the adult leader that I'm talking to that says this and says, looks right at her and says, we're all just people. I got nothing else. That's what he said. He looked, this is a high school senior, right? We're all just people. Mic drop. I don't know what else to say to that. Because you come to a city like Detroit and arguably racial tension or whatever you call it is going to be here because we're all going to walk around and see things that you don't see around here because this is a different world here, right? but we're all just people. A high school senior today from Detroit changed my life and said, we're all just people.